We're discussing from Sri Valmiki Ramayan, Ayodhya Kanda. So we heard last week, Dasharatha Maharaj ordered his ministers, especially to his senior minister, Sumantra, please make all arrangements like Chaturanga Bala, the army to accompany Lord Ram when he leaves for forest. Let Ram not go alone. Let infantry, foot soldier, horses, elephants, chariots, from his personal, not from the royal treasure. Whatever is there in my personal account, that can go with Ram. There can be entertainers. Let Ram have a picnic experience for 14 years. So he shouldn't be having any difficulties. All the Vaishyas, mercantile people can go with Ram. Dancers, entertainers, like this, every facilities, please make when Ram goes to forest. And when he made all the statements, Kaikeyi became very angry. And she immediately said, she addressed her husband as a sadhu. We heard how she said, oh, you become sadhu. Rajyam gatadhanam sadho pitamandam suramiva. What is the use of giving this kind of kingdom to my son Bharat? Everything you take away and give to Ram, and then what is remaining? What will my son Bharat will do? And then Dasharatha Maharaj becomes very angry by hearing this. He says that, what kind of woman are you? Whatever your promise, I am fulfilling. Your promise was Bharat should become the king. We are making that happen. Bharat should get Ayodhya. We are making that happen. You didn't say that army should not go with Ram. You didn't ask that Ram should not get any facilities. You didn't ask all these things. Now why are you, interfering? And then the Sumantra also came and he very harshly criticized Kaikeyi for rejecting Dasharatha, not listening to him and all that. So Kaikeyi, at that time, she gave one quotation. She said, oh, you people are making a big issue that first son, Sri Ram, is being sent to forest, adharma. In your own family, there is one example. In the same Ikshvaku dynasty, previously, Sagara Chakravarti, one of the great kings in the Ikshvaku family dynasty, his son called Asamanjasa was sent to forest. Simply follow that example. Not that first time as if we are doing something wrong and nobody has ever done it and we are doing it. I am making that happen. You're all attacking me, making me like one villain. Look at this in your own family. How King Sagar Maharaj or Sagar Chakravarti, he sent his own first son, Asamanjasa, to forest, abandoned him to forest. Not that something has never happened. It has already happened. The moment she spoke like that, Tavaiva Vamshe Sagaro, Tavaiva Vamsha, in your own Vamsha, Sagaro, the Sagara Chakravarti, Jeshtaputra, the first son, Jeshtaputra, Uparudat Asamanjasa iti kyatam tathayam gantumarhati, like that send Ram also to forest. The moment she made this example, the moment she told this in front of everyone, immediately Maharaj said, Evam Vuktvo, the moment he heard, Dhigityaiva Dhikkar, he said, what a shameful statement you are making. Maharaj Dasharatha was so embarrassed that his wife is talking so shamelessly. Dhigityaiva Dhikkar to you. Raja Dasharatham Abravit. Raja Dasharat Abravit, he spoke. What did he say? Dhigityaiva Dhikkar to you for talking so nonsense. Vriditascha Jana, not only Maharaj felt like that, Jana, whoever, the crowd was there, so much crowd was there, Vriditascha, they all covered their face with shame. What are we hearing? What is this lady speaking? Something and all she is speaking in her favor, without any shame. There is no gravity that she is a queen. Vridita means shame. Vriditascha jana, out of shame people covered their face. Sarva sacha tanna vababudhyata. See here the background of the story, why they all felt like this. Because it's not an appropriate example. She's simply taking some out of the context and speaking. The story of Sagar Maharaj, very soon the one more minister talks about, Srimad Bhagavatam gives a bigger background of this. Sagar Maharaj was a very great king. He had two wives, Sumati and Keshini. These are the two wives. Sumati was a Raja Kanya. Keshini was she belongs to a Pakshi Sankula. She's a sister of Garuda Dev. So Sagar Maharaj didn't have any children. So he did a great austerity, Ghora Tapasya, to Bhrigu Rishi. So Bhrigu Rishi, who became very happy with the Tapasya of Sagar Maharaj, Sumati and Keshini, he blessed them that one of you will get a great son whose child will continue the Ikshvaku dynasty. Another queen will get 60,000 children. So they wanted children, so this is the blessings they got. But he did not tell which queen will get which son. So they asked, my dear Bhrigu Rishi, Bhrigu sage, so who will get that one child who will continue our Vamsha? And who is that other one who will get 60,000 children? He said that among both of you, you decide and you can decide who will be the mother for one son and who will be the mother for 60,000 children. So Sumati, she decided to become the mother for 60,000 children. Keshini decided to become the mother for another son. So this is how the children were born. And Sagara Maharaj was doing yajna, Ashwamedha yajna. He was doing. Bhrigu Rishi had given him order, you should do Ashwamedha yajna. So when you do 100 Ashwamedha yajna, so you become kind of, eligible to become Indra. So Indra was very worried. The Sagar Maharaj is becoming a parallel authority by doing so many Ashwamedha yajna. So what he did, he came and he stole the horse. Ashwamedha yajna has a horse. That is why it's called Ashwa. So the horse was stolen. And now without that horse, they cannot continue to do that yajna. So this 60,000 children, they told, my dear father, Sagar Maharaj, don't worry. You continue your yajna. We will go, we will find that horse and we will bring. So they went everywhere, they searched. And in the Patala Loka, there's an ashram of Kapila Deva. Kapila Deva is an incarnation of Lord Krishna. So in his ashram, that behind Kapila Deva, Indra had hidden the horse. And all the 60,000 children, they came and they saw that. And they got, this Rishi, Kapila Rishi, he has stolen our horse. And he has hidden in his ashram. Attack him, kill him. Like that they tried to attack the Kapila. Kapila Deva was sitting and doing dhyana at that time. So Kapila is first of all Supreme Lord. On top of that, wrongly you are trying to attack him. So the moment they try to attack him, the Agni in their own body, like all of us in our body, we have fire. That's how we all have heat, hot. So that Agni increased in their body and they got burnt. On spot they became, bhasma ho gaya, like that. So 60,000 children were dead. And now another person who is remaining is son of another queen. And that was called Asamanjasa. That Kaikeyi is giving an example. Asamanjasa was a Jati Smara. The Jati Smara means memory, remembrance. Jata means birth. Jati Smara means the one who remembers previous lives. So Jati Smara means you have the ability to remember your previous life. So Asamanjasa, because of his Jati Smara ability, he was able to remember his previous life. In previous life, he was a Maha Yogi, Maha Tapasvi. Due to some bad association, he deviated from his spiritual life and he could not complete his spiritual life in the previous life. He got distracted. So, Bhagavad Gita, in the 6th chapter, Arjuna asked this question to Krishna. Krishna, what happens to those people who are not successful, who could not complete their spiritual life, then Krishna says such people will be born in their next life. He says that Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe Yogo Brashta, such yoga brashtas will be born either in a devotee's family or they'll be born in a very well-to-do family. So Asamanjasa was born in this royal family as a result of his previous yoga shakti and all that. And he knew, he remembered, oh, I was a yogi, I just got distracted. So he always knew that his goal is spiritual advancement. And he was never interested in this material kingdom, becoming a king and all those things. So he tried convincing so much to his father, Sagar Chakravarti, Sagar Maharaj, I don't want to be king, I don't want to continue, I don't want all those things, I want to go to forest, I want to renounce, I want to practice Vairagya. But Sagar Maharaj said, no, you are the only one who is remaining. Who will continue our family? Ikshvaku dynasty it is, not some ordinary dynasty. Sometimes people say, Arey, hamara khandan kaun continue karega? If Sagar Maharaj asking this question is valid because their family is Ikshvaku dynasty. Some addressless families, oh, kaun hamara khandan continue karega? That is no meaning. Anyway, but still. So he said that, no, Ikshvaku dynasty, we have responsibility to our citizens. Who will be king? Who will continue this? How can you go away to forest like this? So Asamanjasa tried his best, but his mothers and nobody allowed him. So he waited, he got married, he got a child, and the child was Anshuman. And so now once the child was born, now Asamanjasa, he wanted to do what he wanted. He wanted his Vairagya to be practiced. So now what he did, they are not agreeing to send me. So he was catching the children, the citizen children, small children, and he was throwing them into Sarayu River and kill them. So the citizens were shocked. Their king is taking the children and throwing them into river and killing them. So out of respect, they were keeping quiet. But every day, Asamanjasa would go catch some children and throw them to Sarayu River and kill them. So it became everyday affair. And finally, the citizens, they all came together. They came to Maharaj Sagar and they said, Maharaj Sagar, you see our children are all being killed by this Asamanjasa. We are all going to forest. We don't want to be here in this Ayodhya because our children are not safe. They are not saying you punish your son. You see how sensitive they were. They are saying we don't want to be in Ayodhya. Then Sagar Maharaj asked, wait, you have not done anything wrong. Why are you going to forest? Isn't it? That Asamanjasa is the one who has done. Let him go to forest. So this is the reason Asamanjasa was sent to forest. So that is how Asamanjasa went to forest. And the moment everybody told him, now you go to forest, you can't be in Ayodhya, immediately Asamanjasa with his yoga shakti, he brought all the children back to life. And all the children came back from Sarayu River. They all went back to their home. And the Ayodhya was shocked. Oh, all the children whom we thought they're all dead, now they all came back. That means Asamanjasa was not an ordinary person. He was a very great yogi. But Asamanjasa by then already had retired to forest. He's a great person, Mahayogi. This is the whole background. That is why the moment she quoted this example, how Asamanjasa was sent to forest, like that you sent Shriram also to forest, immediately Maharaj said, Dikkara, shameless. How horribly you are talking. You don't know the entire history. For your selfish agenda, you're misquoting our history. You know, sometimes we want to prove our point and we wrongly present what has happened, but you wrongly present. Asamanjasa is a great yogi. What happened is very different. So like this, and everybody knew this. This is a very well-known story in Ayodhya. That is why all citizens, they said, how shame, how somebody can talk wrongly like this. But she is speaking, she is totally unapologetic. I want Ayodhya, property, power for my son. For that I can manipulate, give wrong information, and I can still be ashamed of that. At that time, one more person who was there in that meeting was another old ministers, one of the old ministers called Siddhartha. So he heard this, he's a very old man. He got very wild and angry. Like Sumantra chastised Kaikeyi, now he became this. So he said, Tatra vruddho maha amatra vruddha. Old man, Maha Amatra. He was Amatra, means he was one of the ministers, Amatra. Siddhartho Nama Namataha. His name was Siddhartha. Shuchir. He is very clean in his behavior, in his habits. Valmiki is telling who is speaking? Somebody who has a very clean behavior in his life, personally, his thinking, actions, physical, mental, all is clean. Shuchir, Bahumato Rajnya. He was highly respected by even Maharaj Dasharatha. Because this Vruddha, this old man, Siddhartha, he is like a grandfather to even Maharaj Dasharatha. This Siddhartha he was there when Maharaj Dasharatha's father was ruling. When Maharaj grandfather was the king, he was there. He is from that old person. So even Maharaj Dasharatha, Bahumato, he has great respect for him. Kaikayim abravit. Now he started speaking to Kaikeyi because she gave this wrong example. He said, Asamanjo grihitva tu kridata pathidarakan saraiva pakshipannatvu ramate tena durmati. This Asamanjasa that you are talking, he was throwing children into river and he was happy. And tam drishtva nagara sarve krudda rajana bravid. All the citizens who saw this, they came to king and they complained. What did the king do? Asamanjasam vrinishye akasmanva rashtravardhana. Then the king told, don't be fearful, right? You don't have to go to forest. Let me solve this problem. So what did it say? He called all the ministers. Who? Sagara Maharaj. And he asked all of them, like this, I have received a complaint. So what do you all say? They said, Maharaj, not only their children, even our children are also gone. And all the king and the minister, they discussed about this topic. They took a consultated decision that we should send Asamanjasa to forest. So Siddhartha is saying, you are so loosely talking. Asamanjasa was sent to forest. Sent Ram also forest. Raja consulted so many people before sending Asamanjasa to forest. Here did anybody consult anybody to send Ram to forest? You have alone taken the decision to send Ram to forest. There is no consultation. Which minister is involved in this decision that Ram should go to forest? Who took this decision that Ram should go to forest? You are giving an example of Asamanjasa was sent to forest. He was sent to forest after discussing with so many people. Now, who is involved in this decision of sending Ram to forest? You cannot give this example. Second, he said, Tam yanam shigram aropya. After they decided Asamanjasa should go to forest, Tam yanam shigram aropya. Maharaj Sagar personally got one yana. Yana means one vehicle. So he got one vehicle. Sabharyam, saparichaddam. He brought all the items that are required for Asamanjasa's life to live in the forest. He loaded all the items. Whatever is needed, Yavat Jivam, for his entire life. Even though Sagar Maharaj told, you go to forest, you cannot be in Ayodhya city, now onwards you can't live here, you should go to forest. But he brought vehicles and filled all the items that is required for his life to live in the forest, which he was using when he was in palace. He was not sent in empty hand. You are telling Ram should go in empty hand and telling like Asamanjasa you sent. Asamanjasa was sent with so many arrangements. Ram, we are trying to do that for Ram and you are not allowing us. This example of Asamanjasa that you have given is totally wrong example. He was sent with all the items, all the arrangements, full of vehicle. Vehicle was loaded with all the items. The king, not that he just abandoned him. He sent him with all the items. Yavat jivam vivasyo yamiti swana shatpita. He said, okay, now onwards you're all safe. And the third one, he said that Asamanjasa, to send him forest, Asamanjasa was doing something wrong. What is that? Throwing children into river Sarayu and killing them. Now Siddhartha is saying, Ityeva matyadraja sagaro savai sudharmika. Rama kimorot papam. What Papa Rama has done? Asamanjasa did mistake, so they sent him to forest. What mistake Rama has done that we have to send him to forest? You are telling like Asamanjasa, send him to forest. Asamanjasa was doing mistake of throwing children to river and killing them. Now he is asking, Rama, kim karot papam, kim papam, what Papa Rama has done? Yenamayim uparudhyate, you are telling Ram should go to forest. Asamanjasa and Ram, there is no comparison. Your whole this one example itself is Ram. And then he is very adamant. He is not leaving Kaikeyi at all. Siddhartha, this minister, is saying, Nahi kanchana pashyamo raghavasya gunam vayam. All of us, vayam, he's not only talking about his own personal opinion. He has so much confidence about every citizen, every minister who is there. He's on behalf of that, he's making statement, Nahi kanchana pashyam. We never found even a single mistake in Ram till now. Why should we send him to forest? You are giving an example. Asamanjasa went to forest, let him go. He had done mistake. What mistake Ram has done? Nahi kanchana pashyamo. We have never seen any mistake in Ram. Durlabo hasya niraya. Just like, it is very durlaba, very difficult. Even if you try, it is not easy to find mistake or any dosha in Ram. And then he says, okay, maybe you may think we are all brainwashed by Ram. We are all emotionally biased to think always in favor of Ram. Now he says, Athava, okay, or Devi, Kaikeyi, Dosham tvam kanchit pashyasi ragave. You tell if you have seen any mistake. Forget about us. We are all on Rama's side, right? We are taken the favor of Ram. Now we challenge you, Kaikeyi. You tell, Dosham tvam kinchit pashyasi. Have you seen any dosha in Ram to send him to forest? You tell, why should we send him? Tamadya bruhi tatvena tato Ramo vivasyate. If you tell, yes, this is the mistake in Ram, immediately we will send him. You don't have to tell us, please send him. If you give one dosha, you give. We don't want to give. You give. If you give, we will immediately send him to forest. See these. He's holding Kaikeyi answerable, accountable. Without any mistake. You're asking somebody to go to forest. You let him go to forest. Let him go. Why? This is unacceptable. And then he says, be careful. Adrushyasya hi samtyaga satpate niratasya cha nirdehadapi shakrasya dutim dharma nirodhana. Forget about you, forget about me, forget about Maharaj Dasharatha. Even Indra, the king of Swargaloka, heavenly planet, if he wrongly give any judgment for a person who has not done any mistake, if you give punishment to a person who has not done a mistake, even Indra will be removed from his post. What to speak about us? One niraparadhi, that means the one who has not done any mistake, if you give any punishment to such a person, even a big person like Indra will become unqualified to be a king of heaven. What mistake Ram has done to go through this punishment of going to forest? It is unacceptable in the judicial system. If you are a judge, you should have a reason to give punishment to somebody. What is the reason? Why should Ram to be banished to forest? What is his mistake? When Siddhartha He's questioning like this. He's asking all these things. Kaikeyi is just not bothered. She's not, oh, I have to answer. He said, I don't care. Whatever you want to talk, you talk. I want what I want. Tadalamdevi Ramasya Shriya Vihatayattvaya Lokotopi Rakshya Parivada Shubhanam. Then again Siddhartha says, Devi Kaikeyi, please understand. Loko Apavada. You will get bad name. Everybody will give you bad name. At least have some fear. What will others say? Generally, we take this negative. We say that we should not be worried about what people say. But in Ramayan, everybody is saying this. Dasharatha Maharaj told, Kaikeyi, what will people think if we do this? Then, Sumantra said, what will people think if we do this? Now Siddhartha saying, what will Loko Apavada? Loka means general people. Apavada, bad name will come. So that means, should we be worried about what others think or should we not be worried about what others think? Log kya kahenge? People say, why should we bother? Let people say whatever they want to. We should do what we want to do. Actually, there is a Shastra injunction for this. Yes, we should be worried about what people think. At the same time, we should also not be worried about what people think. In which people we should be worried and which people we should not be worried. That is what from scripture we learn this. So, in the Dharma Shastras, it is mentioned that if they are sajjanas means those who are dharma marga, those who are following all the good qualities, surrender to the principles of Shastra. Such people, what they say, we should be scared. Like if you are a good citizen, you should be scared what judge is going to talk about us. You can't, I don't care whatever court and judge talks about me. No, we should be careful. What Durjanas, if there are some Durjanas, who is not bothered, they are doing all kinds of sinful activities, all kinds of papa karmas they are doing, and what they speak, we should not be bothered. Now Ayodhya, what is happening? Ayodhya is full of great people. They are all followers of Dharma, committed to Dharma. What they will think is a very important point to be considered. Not simply somebody, anybody, everybody. No. You see, nowadays what happens? What is Kaikeyi thinking? Shrutva Siddhartha vacha. She's listening to Siddhartha. No impact. Even though Siddhartha is saying, see, what will people think of you? He says, I want the property, what I want. I want the king position for my son. At any cost, whether with good name, bad name, whichever way, I want what I want. You see, this Kaikeyi mentality has now become very common. So, these people have become now corrupted. So corrupt. They openly do corruption and they are not really bothered that their name is spoiled in the society. People are all talking, oh, this man is a very corrupt man. Or earlier people used to be worried to do sinful activities. If I, drink alcohol, which is unacceptable, what will people think? What will my own parents think? Like this, there used to be earlier that dharma bhaya was there. That's called dharma bhiru. Being fearful of dharma. That's what Siddhartha is saying. So now, people are not bothered. Whatever you want to think, you think. I don't care. Not only whatever you want to think, I will only take photo, I will post on my social media. What sinful activities I am doing. So that everybody can become aware of that. And I don't care also what you think. So this is nothing but Kaikeyi mentality. I want what I want. I don't care who thinks what, at what cost I get it. I just don't care. See, when karma becomes so deep in our heart, we lose our intelligence. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Kamaistaistair hritagnyana. Jnana gets lost. Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya apahrita chetasam. Apaharan chetasa, your intelligence will be stolen. You have no intelligence now. Without intelligence, you are behaving. Foolishly you are behaving. Shamelessly you are behaving. People saying, Arey, kuch bhi karo, paise kamao. Doesn't matter how it comes, whether you take bribe, whether you do corruption. All that we need is, have you become rich? Have you become famous? For becoming famous, you can do any nonsense. It doesn't matter. Like somebody, one actress, so when news came in the media suddenly, she died out of cancer. Everybody started giving some statement. We are very sorry to hear, sorry to hear. And after 3 days, she came out and she said, I am not dead, I am still alive. We wanted some publicity, so we gave the statement. You want some publicity, and you are telling that I died out of cancer, and you first spread that news, and now everybody start talking about you. I said, now I saw everybody had forgotten me and everybody was not. So I just spread some news like this. Just to become famous, just for some popularity, anything. There are many things which in such a good assembly like this, we should not talk such topics, what people do. Because we are all sadhus. These are sadhu varjita topics. What people do to get money, to become famous, to get power. Exactly what Kaikeyi is doing. Totally unafraid of scripture, unafraid of good people. Imagine there is one gunda, unafraid of the police, unafraid of the judiciary system. I don't care. What will happen? Maximum they'll come and arrest me. Maximum they'll put a case on me. Maximum I'll go to jail for 1 year and I'll come back. One politician recently made one statement like this. He said that, yeah, if you send me to jail, I'll get more famous and I'll come back. So nowadays, you want to be more famous, if you're in politics, you should go now and then to jail so that everybody keeps talking about you. Any publicity is a good publicity. No, not this way. Anything you want, it should be sadhu sammata, shastra sammata. That is a good thing to get. So here, Siddhartha is saying, Tadalam Devi Ramasya Shriya Vihitayatvaya. If you leave Ram like this, Lokoto api he te raksha parivada shubhanane. You will lose all your good name, good, all those things. Who will listen to you? So Maharaj Dasharatha was listening to Siddhartha. You can see here how much freedom the people have in Ayodhya. If they have some disagreement with the royal family, they have the opportunity to express that. And Maharaj Dasharatha is Swayam listening to the criticism of his own wife. And why? Because he is speaking something correct. Not that, no, nobody can talk about my family. If anybody tries to talk, we'll put you behind bar and there is some country, Thailand or something. Nobody can speak about a royal family. The moment you speak about royal family, it's a Rajadroha. You'll be put into jail for lifelong. You'll be punished. No, it's not that kind of a dictatorship. If somebody feels something is not okay, they can express. They can voice their opinion. And Maharaj Dasharatha is hearing this. Etadvacho nechasi papa vritte. So by hearing this, Maharaj Dasharatha became even more sad. That see how Siddhartha is speaking so correct. And Kaikeyi, again, there is no change in her. He became so, depressed. He said, Papa vritte, you sinful lady, hitam na janasi. You don't know what is correct. Hitam means what is beneficial. Na janasi, you're not understanding what is good for you, good for us, good for everybody. Asthaya margam krupanam kucheshta. You have far away, you're gone away from the dharma marga. Cheshta hi Te sadhu patodapeta. Whatever good people are telling, that also you are not listening. Very bad. Then he says, okay, listen to me what I am saying. That Anuvrajishya mahya madhya ramam. You want kingdom? Keep. You want power? Take. I am going with Ram. I am also going. So Maharaj Dasharatha told to Kaikeyi. He's saying, Anuvrajishya, Anuvraja. Vraja means going. Anuvrajishya. I also go with Lord Ram, Sri Ram, my son, to forest. All my ministers also will come. All Brahmanas will come. All citizens will come. Everybody will come. You stay alone with this empty Ayodhya. You, your son, take all the property, keep all the power, keep Ayodhya, and you stay alone. That's what you want? You be alone. Sahaiva rajnya bharatena chatvam. You and Bharat, you be here. Yatha sukham. You enjoy. Sukha. You want the sukha of Ayodhya? You be. We will not be here. Bhungsha chiraya rajyam. How much ever time you want to enjoy, you enjoy this place. We don't want to be here. When all this discussion was going on, Ram, Sita, Lakshman, they were also there. So Ram is hearing, Sumantra is speaking, Siddhartha is speaking, Dasharatha is speaking. So Ram said, I think I should speak now. I should say something. Everybody is saying. Maha matra vachaha shutva Ramo. Rama, after hearing the words of the Siddhartha, he started speaking. Abhyabhashata, very gently again. See, every time when Valmiki talks about Ram, you should actually notice how he presents Ram. Abhyabhashata, very sweetly, very gently, very respectfully, he's speaking. He's not angry, upset and all that. Vakyam tu vinayagno vinaya, with great humility is speaking. Vinitavat, with lot of gentle behavior. He's telling to Maharaj Dasharatha, Tyaktya bhogasya me rajan, vane vanyena jivitaha rajan, Maharaj Dasharatha. Tyaktya bhogasya, I have on my own, I have left all these things. On my own I have left all these things. Vane vanyena jivata, I am going for a life in the forest. What will I do with all this that you are telling? Let entertainers go, let the dancers go, let the drama people go, let army go. I am going for a forest life. What will I do with all this? It is my decision to go to forest. So what will I do? Kim karya manu yatrena. What is the use? Even if they come, what will I do with all of them? Right? My goal is something different. It is like somebody is going to a hospital for taking some treatment and the mother is packing some laddus, jalebis and all that. Beta, in hospital, you know, in your free time, you eat ice cream. You eat laddus. The son is telling, I am going to a hospital for treatment. What will I do with all those things? So Ram is actually consoling. You know, your desire is good. Send all. But actually, my dear father, Tyaktya bhogena. I have only told, I don't require. I myself did dan, charity of whatever I had from my own account and I have come. What will I do with all the, what is the use? I don't want any of these things. Then he says that, Yohi dattva gajashreshtham kakshayam kurute manaha. Imagine we have one elephant. I have given elephant in dan kar diya. Elephant ko. I gave elephant in charity. After giving elephant in charity, somebody is fighting for the rope. You use a rope to tie the elephant, no, rassi. So why are we, I've given Ayodhya only, I'm saying I don't want. I don't want to be the king of Ayodhya. Why are we fighting for some dancers, entertainers and some army? And I don't want. It is like after giving elephant, we are fighting for some rope. I don't want all these things. Then, tatha mama satam shreshta kim dvajinya jagatpate sarvenya vanujanami chiranya. Only I want one thing. That's all. All of you, please give me that. He says, chiranya vanayantu me. Please bring a dress which is made out of, it's tree bark. Chira. Chira in Sanskrit means that a cloth made out of some tree bark. It's basically, made out of some very, very ordinary. Some trees have a layer, extra layer. From that extra layer, you can make some kind of a dress, and this kind of a dress is used by Rishi Munis in the forest. That dress you give me. That's all. If at all you all want to give, you give. We don't want to wear this some silk dress and all go to forest. We want a dress which is suitable for the forest life. Like you see astronauts when they go to, whatever place they go, international space, there when they go, they don't wear some kurta, pajama. They wear some, that suit and they go. He said, I'm going to forest. Give me some chira, naru mudi, like that you give me. And he said, and another thing that I want is Khanitra pitike chobe samayata gachata. Khanitra pitika, you give me this. Crowbar and one basket. So that we can cut some trees and plants when we are trying to walk. There is no road in the forest. We can't simply walk like that. Sometimes you have to cut some plant, cut tree. So for that I need one khanika, I need one pitika, one crowbar and one butti to dig some soil and all. That's all. We need some chira vastra and khanitra pitika. That's all. We don't want anything more. And then he is looking at all so many servants and all. Please go and bring these items. They're all feeling, how can we give this to Sri Ram? Our beloved Lord Sri Ram. We have seen him in the most best dress always in our life. Best of the best designer would have designed the dress for Sri Ram in Ayodhya. And now he's saying he'll wear some chira and all that. And he's asking, please go and bring this. They're saying, whatever Ram wants to think, let him think. We are not going to bring him this item. They're just standing. So Sri Ram is looking at all of them. Please go and bring those items for me. They're just bending their heads and saying, no, our heart is not agreeing to bring those items for you. We cannot see you. Then Sri Ram is looking one by one, looking at everybody. He's looking at servants. He's looking at the many other queens, senior queens. He's looking at the ministers. He's looking at Maharaj Dasharatha. Everybody, nobody is giving response. They're saying, no, we cannot. How is it possible? First of all, we are finding it difficult to send you to forest. Now you are telling we will wear this kind of dress and we'll go. And then when nobody is going, nobody is bringing that item, Atha chirani Kaikeyi. Kai says, I will bring. I will bring. You want chira? I will bring. Atha chirani Kaikeyi swayam mahritya raghavam. Swayam. She personally went to the storeroom. You want that dress? You want the khanika? You want pitika? Nobody is bringing. Why? Ram is asking, bring him. Swayam Kaikeyi is going to the storeroom. She personally brought that kind of dress. And she personally gave to Lord Ram, Lakshman and Sita. Please wear all this dress. Give me all your jewelry and everything. Uvacha paridhatseti janaughe nirapatrapa. When she brought those dress and gave to Sita, Ram, Lakshman, all the people said, oh my God, what are we seeing this? Nirapatrapa, Jana, common people who are watching all this. They are not doing this. Kaikeyi is doing this. Nirapatrapa, once again they felt so shameful. Chi, what is this? How can this lady be so cheap? How can she behave like this? We are nobody, we are simply standing and we are watching and Kaikeyi, I will go. She's going and bringing and giving to Sri Ram and everybody. Nirapatrapa, it made everybody ashamed who watched this. How somebody can be so degraded. See how heart becomes stone-hearted. And what is the cause? Kamayesha, krodhayesha, rajoguna samudbhava. Kama is so powerful. Krishna says it is mahashano mahapapma vidhiyenam ihavairinam. Iha-vairi. That is the biggest enemy in our life. We all have to control and conquer this. Otherwise we see Kaikeyi is first of all very great woman, very well behaved woman, but she has come under the influence of lust and behaving like this. All of us are good people. When the lust takes over, anytime we may also become like Kaikeyi. We are behaving like Kaikeyi wanted Ram to go away. So we also want God to go away from our life. I don't care. For me to get my so-called material enjoyment in my life, God can go away to some forest. I don't care. What I need is my enjoyment. For that, God can be forgotten. God can be thrown away. God can be thrown away from our home. God can be thrown away from our city. God can be thrown away from my mind, my heart. We are ready. Like Kaikeyi. People say, क्या है? इतना God, 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 God. इतना नहीं चाहिए. So earlier when they build home, there used to be something called puja room. There used to be one room, separate room, puja. Slowly it disappeared. And now somewhere on some corner, on small thing will be there. On small, everything size has reduced. Because the feelings have reduced, accordingly the size also has reduced. Big puja rooms used to be there inside the house. Now the puja room to the builders will say, सबको नहीं चाहिए इसलिए हम नहीं बना रहे. आपको चाहिए तो आप खुद बना लो. You make some wooden altar and keep it. And that also छोटा है, छोटा इतना नहीं चाहिए. घर में जगह नहीं है हमारे लिए. छोटा दो. You may not believe. I visited one of big palaces here, one of the bungalows. It's almost like some 10,000 square feet bungalow it is. 10,000 square feet means you can build 10 2 BHK house. That is the size of the house. And such a big house, the puja room was this much size. That in one wall, it is, hey, hamara puja room hai. So for you, there is a master bedroom. Not just bedroom, there is a master bedroom. Big space, big thing. For God, no space. Not required. Somebody said, why? In my purse, no, I kept one photo. जब हमें भगवान का दर्शन चाहिए, मैं पर्स खोल के देखता हूँ, हमेशा मेरे पास होता है. सो अब हृदय में कोई जागा नहीं है भगवान को भगा दो. कैकेयी बनो कलयुग में. राम को वनवास भेजो. अरे बाबा, सिटी में रहते हैं हम. For us only difficult to get jaga. From where will we bring place for you? Better you go to forest. You go to forest. For in our place, we don't have place for you. So shameless. We ourselves, like Kaikeyi, how she is bringing her dress for Ram, Sita and giving. And then Sachire Purushavagre Kaikeya Pratigrihyate. Lord Ram received from Kaikeyi and he put the dress on himself. He put on that. Sukshma vastram avikshapya muni vastranya vastaha. He removed all his cloths. He wore that dress. Lakshmanas chapi tatraiva vihaya vasane shubhe. Even Lakshmana also changed all his clothes. They were now looking like tapasvis. And then after this, Athatma paridhanartam Sita kausheya vasin. Sita, she doesn't know how to wear the dress. She is always born in a royal family, lived as a princess and had great opulence. And first time she's seeing which dress I've got in my hand. How do I wear? What is this dress? And she's struggling. She's finding it difficult. And she's watching, okay, Ram said, how do I put on this? So Kaikeyi is saying, personally, I will help you to wear this dress. So Valmiki Ramayan is saying, Samprekshya chiram santrasta prashati vaguramiva. Sita, she's so scared. I don't know how to wear this dress. How do I do all these things in this way? She's telling. At that time, Kaikeyi is saying, no, don't worry. I will wear you. I will help you to wear this dress. When these people saw this, they were somehow tolerating Ram, Lakshman wearing. The Sita, she has done nothing wrong. There's no mistake from Sita. Why should she go through this experience? Why this lady, Kaikeyi, has been so cruel? That time, the Vasishtha becomes extremely angry. He said, this is too much. How can we let Sita go through this experience? For what is her mistake that she has to go through this experience? So in this way, all these people, they again, Vasishtha Rishi now speaks. And what he speaks, what arguments he gives, and so is there any impact on Kaikeyi? Again, hearing all these things, because she is personally bringing cloth, personally helping them to wear all those things, right? Everybody is trying their best to stop this, but there is no impact. So we'll see this, what Vasishtha Rishi says, and what is Kaikeyi's reply for that in the next session. We'll stop here. Shri Valmiki Ramayana ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jagat.